Okay, it's 20 to 8. Great start to the morning, Kevin. Now we got five in the well already, and we've picked up on a nice little pattern here with a finesse worm. So looking good. I've got a bite coming on now. Oh, missed it. Anyway, they're definitely after this little finesse worm. Not the biggest fish, but amongst all the small guys, there's some nice keepers. So we've got, I would say, 4 definite keepers, 5 touch and go. I mean, the 5th one's a touch and go one. But yeah, we're hopeful. There's some good fish amongst the small ones. So we plan to get our bag and then head out for maybe some deeper water, try and find the bigger fish. They've got to be here somewhere. There's another little bite coming in there. That fish is there. Classic sign of a bite. Worm gets pulled down and the fish swims off nice and happily, and we live to fight another day. Think they're not on the actual structure like trees, traditional trees in it, because of the grass is still quite green with the water rising quite quickly. The talk is that they're really amongst the grass and the hyacinth, the grass that's sticking out the water. So around the corner at Donkey Bay here, there's definitely going to be 3 or 4 boats there. I saw a couple of guys heading up there first thing. And that's because of the bank. So there's a bit of a deep channel, and then there's a nice bank on the grass, and the weeds are growing out from the drought. So the water's filled up, and that seems to be where the fish are sort of congregating. I think later on they'll go a bit deeper as it gets a little bit colder and the traditional type of structure that we're used to fishing. So
okay guys, one of the brands that most bear produces and supplies to a dealer network across the country for consumption of the end user is Speedline. Now Speedline is what it is. It's a extruded nylon that you would use on either from a brush cutter through to your home user's small trimmer. It's the nylon that you put in the end to cut the grass, and they literally manufacture from the really light stuff for your bent shaft trimmers all the way through to the kind of nylon that the contractors on the side of the freeways use to maintain the grass on the sides of the freeways. So it's an incredibly durable product, and it is actually very long lasting, and yeah, it is widely used across the country by just about everyone that has a brush cutter or a little trimmer. And they are fantastic products, so be sure to keep a lookout for them in one of the dealers around the country. Thanks guys. guys, we've just finished up here at Inanda Dam on the June fish off for the Joey's towing, and let me tell you, what a brutal day's fishing. A lot of fishing to be had, a lot of fun, a lot of small fish. We literally had to measure everything that we caught, but nonetheless we only managed to have 2 weighers, which we weighed, and it wasn't for very good, but some of the guys did well. They managed to find the 5 keepers that they needed. Congrats to them. And then our next event is here again. Hopefully we'll have found something to talk about, hopefully. Just thanks again to Joey's, and obviously for Mosby for backing us. Thank you. Cheers.
So we came out and practiced 2 weeks ago in the divisionals, and totally different situation. Wind blowing today, but what happened in the morning, the wind was calm, and we were throwing the Z-Man Shana and the jerk shad, and the trick was with a mustard 4.0 grip hook, long casts, and right onto the edge of the cucumber, and we'd let it sink and literally soak it, and then twitch it once or twice, and the fish were on. Yeah, all our better fish came off this. Awesome bait. Thanks, guys.
I suppose we finished 4th today in quite a busy and yet tough fishing day. The reason it was tough, it was a bit windy, the water had dropped a little bit, so we had to go in for a finesse type of pattern. And yeah, our 2 baits of choice which got us into the prizes was a 4-inch Senko. It's nothing fancy, we just, the choice was, do you fish it weightless with a small weight? And we paired that up, or backed it up with a good old dead ringer, watermelon, but the key was that the tail had to be dipped. And yeah, with that we managed a decent bag. I'm not going to tell you the weight, you can see it at the bottom, I'm sure. and my partner, of course, fished like a beast. This man here, finesse fishing, I go home with this guy. Power fishing, we can talk. But I hope you guys have fun the next time you're in the water. Cheers.
It's very tough fishing this morning. I think by about 9:30 we hadn't caught a keeper yet. We put on this little guy, is a Zoom U-tail. Very, very old bait, Zoom bait. Not very many people use it anymore, but we found that the fish definitely wanted something moving. Yeah, and we caught 3.5 kilos. Culled a couple of fish during the day. All in all though, very tough fishing, wasn't easy.
Right, another good day for Kevin and I, finishing second today. 4 kilo bag, so we were quite happy. We had a really good start. We picked up on a little pattern with the Strike King finesse worm on a little Texas rig, and Kevin was using a Strike King jerkbait, and getting the fish alive to start with, and as he got a bite or 2, then I followed up with a finesse worm on a Texas rig, and we had a bag within, I would say, about an hour and a half, I think it was. So yeah, a great day. Tough fishing though. Everybody around us was puzzling a lot. I think we just hit a luck in one little section, and our lucky streak hopefully will continue.
We didn't find a pattern today, but we caught most of our fish on a Zoom. It's called a Z Hog Junior, and we fished it weightless, and we seemed to get the right bite at the right place at the right time, and very lucky to come first. That's it. Thank you very much.